Okay, we're going to do a little explanation of how we're going to set up for pressure washing. We have already the hose connected to a commercial tap. Now, a couple things to think about. These taps haven't been used for a year, so there's going to be rust in the pipes. So before we connect it to a pressure washer or anything with a jet or a water-fed pole, we need to flush out the line so that rust and debris doesn't get stuck in our pressure washer and ruin the pump. So that's what we're going to do first. We'll let it run a couple, maybe like 30 seconds or a minute, and then we'll shut it off and we'll connect it to the pressure washer. Second thing we want to do with these commercial hose taps, they're very notorious for coming out. So if you see, there's this part here. The plumbers install it, they never tighten these. So if you start putting in the key and turning it, you have to make sure that this part is not turning. If this is turning, it means it'll twist all the way out, and then this whole portion of the tap will come out. You'll have a geyser of water, and you'll never be able to get this back in without shutting off the water to the building. So just make sure as you're opening the tap, you're watching that it's not unscrewing and going to cause a major problem. So, okay, we have it open. Now we're going to go back to the machine, and let's take a look at setting up the machine on this end. We need to run this machine. It takes 4 gallons a minute. If we have any less, it'll starve the pump of water, and that'll be a problem. So does this look like 4 gallons a minute? To me it does. It's probably like 6 or 8, which is fine. But if you have a hose and it's like, questionable pressure, what you can do, get a 5-gallon bucket and then just start a timer, see how long it takes to fill up that bucket. But this is lots of pressure, so that's good. So this is a rubber hose. I wouldn't do this with like a vinyl hose, but being it's rubber, it can handle a little bit getting kinked. Okay, so we tighten this down, and I already have the pressure hose plugged in. Okay, so release the pressure. Okay, so we've already checked the machine. It's got fuel, it's got oil. You come around to this side, I'll just show where you would check those things. So engine oil is here. You just pull out the dipstick, make sure there's oil on it, and then the pump has oil as well. And there's a sight here. Now, this you can see there's an air bubble there. You can see it's forming, and if I tip it down, the air bubble is getting smaller. So that's the level of the oil, and these marks indicate the minimum level or the ideal level of the oil. So it's got lots of oil in it. Okay, so now we're ready to start the machine. So in the pressure washer box we have a pressure tester and these things, which are valves, pressure valves. We're going to test the machine in a minute here, but just some other things. In this box we have extra jets, and also if a jet gets plugged up, we have dentist tools, so to unplug things. Okay, so that's what's there, and then there's some extra jets for the surface cleaners. We'll go over that, what those are for, in a minute. And also there are these things are probably what you'll have to change out the most. They go in the end of all of the fittings. So there's a rubber seal in there, and sometimes it gets broken or pressure will push it out. And if you can find it on the ground, fine, stick it back in. If not, you need to get a new seal, stick it in, stick it with a key, make sure it's seated, and then things will work properly again. So that's what's in that box. And then just some other basic tools as well. So let's go and we'll just check the pressure, okay? So, well, let's start the machine up first, and then once it's started, we'll do a pressure test. We'll open the valve so that pressure doesn't build in the line. Because once pressure builds in the line, you won't be able to turn over the engine anymore. The pressure will like block it. So that's why we release the pressure here. On, and then make sure the gas is turned on. We turn the gas to off for transportation. So when you get to the site, you need to turn it back on. And to start, just put like half choke. Maybe. Around 3,300. It should be between 3,300 to 4,000. So the tip, this will tell you the orifice size. So this is a 4 gallon a minute, 40 degree. So we could use a 35 and that would increase the pressure a little bit. But for the job we're doing today, this will be fine. But just to note that if you have less pressure, it may be because of the orifice size is a little bit bigger or getting worn out. Jets are not plugged up and that they're running properly. So I'm just put a little bit of pressure and just enough through so that we can see what they're doing. So they look fine. Okay, we'll test the pressure here. So this is good. It's hard to get more than 3,500 anyway. So this is about 31, 3,200. It's enough. Then to take anything off, we need to turn the power, turn the pressure off, hold the trigger, it releases the pressure. So just in case you didn't see that, right? Turn the power off, pressure off, and it's still lots of pressure in the system, so you'd never be able to take that apart. You release the pressure, hold this open, and then you can get that off, right? Okay, so I think that's good for a basic setup.